mother is willing to turn her son in because of this. Watch.
I just want to let you know that you have been working. So at this point, with the police are getting involved.
Should more mothers do something like this?
I've already apologized to Ashley so many times. I can't believe that you have been doing this to her for so long and that she has been so scared to even tell anybody. But we're going to help her. So there's already been a warrant out. No. I took her up to the police station. I brought you out to eat so you can eat a good meal because you're not going to be eating good for a really, really long time.
Man, Mom, that's lame.
Your dad isn't here because he's so mad at you and he couldn't even be around you because he doesn't want to hurt you. The police are outside.
Why would you do that?
I mean,
I'm just wondering who's taping it.
Yeah, he is, right?
He's taping it.
What,
I don't think that this would have really gone down the way that it's going down.
She's saying that he put hands on her or something?
Yeah, I think that he put hands on his girlfriend and the girlfriend told his mom. And the mom called the police.
And took him out to eat for his last good meal for however long he'll be locked up.
Should more mothers do that? I think that more mothers should hold their sons accountable for sure.
So my question is, why didn't she just call the police instead of telling his mother?
I don't know why she didn't tell her own mama or her daddy.
I don't
Maybe they're not there. So perhaps her parents aren't there, but like, I imagine you would tell your mom or your dad.
And that's why I be saying, like, not all men are meant to be fathers because you can't be a man. Like, your dad is so mad that you were putting your hands on a girl that he didn't do anything about it, and he just rather the mom called the police. First of all, if I find out that any of my sons are putting their hands on a woman, I'm going to fuck him up. Then the police going to have to get them, right? And I think that there has to be a level of fear of the consequence from your father. It doesn't matter what age it is.
I actually read that differently. I read that like his dad is so upset, like he would put his hands on him. And then
But that's what I'm saying he should have did.
No. But what I'm saying is that, like, think about it. If somebody put their hands on me, I'm like, okay, I'm going to tell my daddy. But then I'm thinking, what's going to happen next? My daddy goes to handle it. Then something happens. Or there's a gun involved, somebody dies, or my dad goes to jail. Like, I'm thinking, C, D, E, F, G, And so, that's why when I was listening to her, it made it, to me, I understood that to mean the dad didn't want to, like,
Escalate the...
Not escalate, like...
Potentially be the
like
one
he was scared to what he might do to his son. That's what I... when
kill him.
When your parents be like, I'm too mad right now to whoop you. Like, my mom used to say that to me when I was a kid. Like, I guess she had to calm down.
That's why my dad stopped beating us.
What? Because he was too mad?
Because he would be too scared that he was, like, gonna hurt us. Like we're just little girls.
Well, I guess that's different, right? You're also a girl.
Well, yeah, we're girls, but...
I don't think, and that's my thing. It really don't even matter how far I'm going to go. I'm going to fuck you up. It's going to be an ass whooping. Because here's the problem, and I had a situation with the school. Authorities do not instill much fear in people. People are not scared to go to jail. People are not scared to go get locked up.
Who are these people?
I was about to say, because that's a fear of mine.
No, I'm not talking. But I'm not talking about somebody who's also obeying the law. This man is whooping a woman's ass. Knowing
people who just do dumb shit.
He's doing this shit, but he knows what the fuck comes with the consequence. If she goes to the cops, he knows that he could be locked up. But I believe the mom said that this has been happening or has happened numerous times. So he's knowingly doing this, knowing the consequence. So him going to jail, and if it's his first offense, it won't be long. First of all, he's gonna come back home and he's gonna do it again, right? Within due time, unless if it's he's being provoked, right? But one good ass whooping by your father should make you think twice. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I look at it. I mean, I think you should be, to me, I look at, and it's going to sound crazy, for somebody who's getting in trouble constantly or risking getting in trouble constantly, they look at jail like suspension in school. You suspend me, cool, eventually I'm going to go back to school. Okay, if he gets locked up, cool, eventually he's going to come back home. And there's actually a lot of benefits that people seem to make happen in jail, whether they network with other criminals and become bigger criminals. Or sometimes I know one person said, I don't mind going to jail. He did a 10-year bid. He was like, by the time I came home, my credit was lit. Right?
Wow.
I guess a lot of his shit was like the timed out. He was able to get it off. And then, so there's like, they don't give a fuck,
I'd want to
especially
know
if
too.
I'm doing it like often. If I break the law once, then I'm somebody that might fear, prison or some type of authorities to be involved. But if I'm constantly doing it on a day-to-day basis or time-to-time basis, they need something more than just being sent to jail. I mean, he was crying, right? At the end of the video, he's like, why would you do that? But that's just, but once he gets in there and he gets, acclimated, he'll be all right. He'll be all right, bro. I know niggas that love jail. Like, this sounds crazy, but I swear to God, there's niggas that love jail. It's easier than being outside.
He crying. That nigga scared.
Yeah, he's scared. But
He could be scared
once
of
he
going to
gets his
jail,
rounds
or he
in,
could be just
he'll be all
feeling
right.
betrayed by his mother.
Well, I think
No, he
that
said, why would, maybe.
I think that his father may not have shown up. I don't think his mother was really telling the whole truth. I just saying because I think his father may know that what happened between the girl and his son may not really be the truth. So she's been saying she put hands on him, but she could have been putting hands on the kid too. So he's probably like, I'm gonna stay out of this because if I show up, then I'm gonna take a side, and that side could be wrong either way.
And the mama just made her own story.
That, and if a woman comes up to another woman and says, "Oh, he's putting his hands on me," you're immediately gonna be like, "Oh yeah," you're gonna immediately take her side.
I was about to say the parents actually should give him the benefit of the doubt and ask for his side of the story.
I'm definitely gonna ask for
Not
that.
if they know their child.
I mean, know their child or not, tell me what happened before I'm just going to believe this girl.
Yeah, so that's why it made it look like it was just.
I mean, I guess it's
content to me.
I mean, to me, this is a lie.
Yeah,
I don't even believe it.
and she was putting that stuff in there with no fork.
First of all, I was literally looking at her take steak after steak. I was like, well, how much meat can that little
she was mad as fuck.
tortilla?
That's why I thought it was real.
And she finally packed
wanna
up
know what
the
a fork
steak and then it
was.
got
That's
the
all.
shrimp.
That's the shit I'd be noticing. Me like,
It wasn't him because he done.
I'm not eating after you. Where your hands been?
I mean, it looked like it was her platter, so maybe it didn't
Yeah.
matter.
And why are the cops waiting outside? Wouldn't the cops come in? They gonna wait
Right.
for you to finish eating?
Yeah, maybe. Little.
I don't know how cops work, but I'll let him finish his meal.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely do shit like that.
Officer, I'm waiting until he has his last meal and then we'll come out and then you can arrest him. You think that's how it went down?
Sometimes it just be a scare tactic. They just be there and just,
Mm.
well, we're gonna take you in, but they don't actually arrest them.
I don't know. Y'all remember? Well, I don't know. Y'all might not remember, but do you remember Scared Straight?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you serious? I was on it.
What?
Y'all niggas is crazy, bro.
I've been waiting on you at the door.
Oh.
You a lie. You wasn't on no Scared Straight.
I was not on a television show, but they took me in that bitch. Like, they said, fuck the TV, nigga. We gonna bring you in for real. My grandfather was the correctional officer for Jamesburg Boys Home, which is the worst juvenile in the whole entire state. And them niggas brought me in there because I was acting fucking crazy. Like, nigga used to come into the house and fucking hit me with all types of pressure points. My body would just turn off. It was crazy, bro. It's the worst. It's the worst juvenile detention facility in the entire state.
I'm just trying to understand this. Meaning they gonna bust them out your mouth.
Yeah,
Oh.
first day. It's called Gladiator School.
So everybody's walking
Aaron
around
was
with no
like,
front
wait,
teeth.
were they
No, the ones
Did
that
they
do
have
is-
pliers
the
at
ones
the
that do
door?
got it.
They got hands.
If you that bad,
You should be able to fight.
I assume you have hands.
Well,
So,
back then.
How's everybody coming in getting their teeth knocked out?
Nowadays, it's different, because
Alan just be making shit up.
back then it was very, very, very bad back there. Like he lost a couple of his best friends were killed in there by 16, 15-year-olds. They were stabbed to death. Like it's
Shut
real
that
there.
shit down.
Right.
No,
It still exists?
yeah, of course. Of course it exists. It's still the worst. It's still the main thing. If you get locked up and you make it out of there, you considered like that guy. Like,
Jersey, everyone.
I'm just saying, not that guy like in terms of like the world, but
No
in the
thanks.
streets, like
Jesus.
anyways, the answer to your question is no, I wasn't on the actual TV show. But did they bring me on fucking tours to Scared Straight? Yeah. Yes, the fuck they did.
Well, I don't know. I was scared of my mama growing up, so they ain't have to put me on no scare straight.
Oh, I wasn't. I done got beaten too many times. So the point was like, it don't hurt. I mean, I know it's temporary.
Ugh, that's what I always hated about little boys. You can't beat them scared. Oh my gosh, they would just eat that shit.
But I wasn't scared of beatings. I was scared of like having my like things taken away, or can't do this or can't do that.
I ain't got shit for you to take.
Mhm.
What you gonna tell me I can't do?
He said I was a poor boy.
Like what? Most you can do is tell me I can't go outside. Like
Yeah.
Well, you gonna sneak outside?
yeah, I'm gonna go outside. Like my mom scared me with that in high school. I was outside. I was a freshman. I had just got arrested. I had a child detective on me, and
you said he had
she
a
called me, and it was probably
When?
like 10 o'clock at night, and she called me with her best friend's husband at the time, and she was like, you know, where you at? And it was like, oh, I have the detective on the call. I was like, what? Detective, like, it wasn't a detective. He called, he had this fucking detective voice, like, I'm coming to get you right now. We're coming to pick you up. Yeah, if I started power walking. I was like, I don't want to go home. Like, I ain't going back. I didn't know what to do. I kept pacing back and forth outside. They were like, it's a joke. It's a joke. I was like, yo, don't play with me like that. I didn't know what I was about to run. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to tell you, for some people, jail is not the worst case scenario. You got to fuck them up for real. Like, you can't, like, they got to not be able to walk for like 2 weeks. Fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
So, you know, guys, I've seen some things on like the interwebs.
Instagrams.
What it is. on the web or whatever, on the gram. And you know, you'll see some women, they'll be like, oh, I want the daddy. Get the son. And what are you pointing at yourself?
That's me. I'm the dad.
Oh, I thought he was saying he wanted that.
Yeah. No.
He said, I want the dad. I want the dad.
Yeah, I was like, that scared straight shit did not work.
He's the 31-year-old
I'm saying I'm the dad, guys.
Scared crooked.
I got kids. I got, you know what I'm saying? I got a
So,
daughter, you know what I mean? I'm
guess
definitely gonna be that pops. That looks
at this
good.
point, what I'm really wondering is, you know, when you're at an age where you can, as a woman, you can date the son or the father, how do you navigate that? Like, is age really a thing, or are people still respecting the whole age thing these days? Like, oh, well, he's 15 years my senior, I don't want to talk to him, or she's 15 years my junior, I don't want to, you know, deal with somebody that young. So, and I'll just be honest, a lot of what I hear, like my friends who are in their like maybe mid 40s, the guys already established, got their careers, money, X, Y, and Z. None of them want, I take that back, not none. They don't typically want women in their 20s. We have one friend, he's like obsessed with like young women.
Well, how young is young?
I don't know, like
22 young or 27 young?
I don't know, like one night he brought a girl like to our little friend group.
Your little freak off?
No, just like one of our little like hangouts. It was just, and two of my friends were drunk, and like they were like just making jokes about how young she was.
So that she
I
was
guess-
like 19.
She was young, so I think she was probably like maybe under 25.
Okay.
I would assume that because he's like 44, 45. So
Okay, I was like, let me hear the jokes, because let me hear what Aaron and her friends be saying when I come around.
no. I was just laughing. Oh, and you met all these people.
Oh, that
night
night we went to dinner?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they were all there too. Matter of fact, I think they were all there. But yeah,
Well, I'm gonna
Could
say
be.
like
I never thought about that.
chaotic, right? He was here. See, I didn't know this, but hypothetically, one of the questions for the icebreaker was he chose Sweetie as the girl to have the last 24 hours type of intimate stand.
Mad
Yeah,
young
the
though.
icebreaker
Is she?
question.
Well,
I mean, how young is Chaotic? He's young.
I don't know their ages, but what I'm saying is, then he took it back, and
he's like
said-
her mom.
mom, exactly. So now I'm saying this is not true, hypothetically speaking. If I were to date Sweetie right now, I don't know, because I didn't know what her mom looks like. Now me and her are rocking out, and then I see her mom, and then that's when I'd be like,
You like, dang.
I see where you get it from, but I might want this right now. I might see where you're going, but I want where it's at, right? So that's how I took the question, like not intentionally, playing the fence on between the parent and the child, but more so like, damn, I didn't know this was this.
I actually just seen that in a show. I just rewatched Harlem. That's on Amazon Prime. Y'all watched it with Megan Good. So one of the girls in Harlem,
Like she put us on. Have you
I'm
seen
just
it?
trying to
Have you seen it?
trying to make sure y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, so one of the girls, she's a lesbian and has sex casually with this girl she met at the bar, whatever. But she's been trying to start this new dating relationship with an older woman. So one night she finishes with the girl from the bar at the house because she gets a call from the girl she's trying to date, saying, come over. She goes over to the girl's house and homegirl from the bar comes out the bathroom and she's like, yo, what are you doing here? And she's like, how do you know my daughter? So she was sleeping with the mom and the daughter. But and I was actually wondering, I was like, well, how old are you? Because I know that the woman she's been trying to date, she kept referencing that this lady was older than her. But I'm like, well, how young is the daughter then? Well, actually, my best friend, actually, she's dating my best friend, my age, 27. She's dating someone who is her mom's age. Literally, he could be dating her mom. They are the same age.
Okay.
Are you confused?
No. I'm actually thinking about something now.
Yeah, that's what I'm carrying.
Is there like what I'm thinking about is like the trust issues when, let's just say,
Like bringing them around
from the older mom or dad, the older parent dating the person that's in between both their ages. Like all right. You get what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
And let's say the younger person, let's say he's 30, dating the 50-year-old mom, and she has a 27-year-old daughter.
Right.
Right? And I feel like there would be like some type of trust issues that might be going.
I just watched a movie last year where that happened. She had a younger daughter, and the guy that the daughter was dating was like her age, was older anyway. And the daughter was bringing him around, and they eventually started to like each other.
So he was dating the daughter.
Yeah, because
and
he
then
only
eventually
dates
ended
young
up-
girls, and eventually started dating her mother because
Well,
they
I
were
don't know if I
closer
can
in
witness
age.
that. My homie said that if his relationship doesn't work out, he's only going to date a girl who's 25, 26. And
Did he say why?
38.
Did he say why?
Say it wrong.
So he can manipulate her.
Not manipulate.
I
Just
was about to say it has to be like a control thing.
no, it's just the fact that they probably are just more receptive.
Being more receptive, manipulation.
or they lack
It's like-
enough self-awareness to understand that they can't see through his bullshit.
Yeah,
and he doesn't want
it's a
anybody
little
to
one
be
and
able
the
to see through
same.
that.
I don't think it's always like a two-way street. Sometimes it's just like maybe he just had the unfortunate experience of women around his age who are just fucking hard-headed.
Right.
That could be his reality.
And when you're that young, your frontal lobe isn't all the way that developed.
Shut the
So,
fuck up.
like-
Marie, you see what you do? You see what you do?
So it's like,
mush head.
I'll tell her
An
this
idiot.
and
You was talking
I'll
with-
groom her.
So
That's really what it is.
So you had the nerve. So you got the nerve to tell me you've been on 8 at the table talking without your frontal lobe fully developed, little nigga.
And whose fault is that? I ain't put myself on this couch.
Took yourself off.
I ain't gonna lie. If I was like trying to date somebody like significantly younger than me, that would be my reason. So that I can make sure that I can control the narrative, I control their movement, I control their situation, I control everything. That
Yeah.
would be the
Not
reason.
because they have much to offer me.
Yeah, it's because I want to be in control.
Well, technically they do, right?
What?
Well,
Youth.
I
Keep you
think
young.
that grooming is real, but grooming is everyday life. Your job grooms you to have a schedule. You know, school grooms you to learn a curriculum. Everything is grooming. And so if we get to a point where somebody's like, all right, cool, I just want something I can mold that's going to fit me or my life or my desires, I don't actually think that there's something wrong with it. Now, when there is, I do draw the line when you rob someone from their innocence, like 20 years old, 21 years old, and you're 50 years old, I'm against that. But if you're like 26, 25, 27 in that age range, and you're more receptive, malleable, coachable, I'm not mad at that.
What you said about grooming and your job and what was the other thing you said?
Like schooling, like your curriculum.
Your schooling and your curriculum and your job, those are all necessary evils. You're making a choice to choose somebody younger just to groom them.
And that's more work.
That's
Ooh.
I think that says more about you as the person, not being where you want to be in your life, that you feel the need to find somebody that's not on your level to make everything you do look and appear great and outstanding, when really you probably can't compete with men at your age that are dating the women of your age. That's what I think it is. I don't think it's
well,
Right, because you could make the choice to find someone your
but,
own
no.
age
and
that
it's not sex, because
It's
the
not the
younger
sex.
woman is, yeah, fine, she could be freakier and younger, but a woman is in her prime in her 40s anyway.
Says
To me, nasty.
who?
says Rome that knows.
Well, I mean, this is the thing. And I would say, I wouldn't even argue about the sex. The thing that happens is, within time comes experience. Within experience becomes potentiality for being tainted or to be tainted from your experiences. So now you have these preset notions or these predetermined mindsets that you are literally trauma responses from being 30, 40 years of bullshit, right? So now you're married to what you know, because what you know is true, but it's only as true as your last relationship. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's your truth going forward. However, you still carry it with you because you know it can be another situation that repeats itself.